Hey everyone, just decided to try something new this week and make a quick video update. I think you can get a lot more nuance in a video compared to Twitter's character limit. On Twitter, everyone's always wondering, are you bullish or are you bearish? And the fact of the matter is, regardless of which way we go this week, I'm more just interested in identifying the levels that I'm going to react to and how I'm going to trade them, regardless of which way the market goes. So the main thing I'm looking at for next week is the trend, first of all, which is still up. Now, I have a very specific way of identifying trend. You could use moving averages, you could use trend lines. I like to use these Keltner channels here. They are set to 2.25 ATRs around a 20-period moving average. So when price spikes through the upper band, that tells me that there's some significant and unusual upside momentum. And when that happens, it is likely to follow through with more. So I'm looking to buy pullbacks. So you see here, ever since late August, we've spiked into the upper band, pulled back, spiked into the upper band, pulled back, and repeat. And as long as that's happening, I'm looking to buy dips somewhere around the 20-period moving average. And for me, I use my horizontal levels here. I have my own system for how I determine these, but I will usually look to buy dips at those supports. But you could use anything. You could use fibs. You could use moving averages, you could use trend lines, whatever you want. The key idea is that you want to be biased long as that's happening until you have evidence to the contrary. And for me, what's evidence to the contrary? Well, when you get a spike through the bottom band, that tells me that there is statistically unusual downside momentum. And we're starting to see that here on September 18th. So when I see a strong strike through the bottom band, my bias switches from buy the dip to sell the bounce, basically. And you can still buy, but you have to keep in mind that it probably is going to be counter trend. And I will check what's going on in other time frames as well to give greater bias in that area. But for now, what's happening is we are still long bias because price has not really clipped through this bottom band just yet. So we're still looking long. And the key thing I'm watching is this red bull flag here. Support is at the 77 to 73 area. Obviously, if this holds, this could break up, take us to a new high around 30.50. But it needs to hold. If it doesn't hold, we're looking at a failed bullish pattern, and failed bullish patterns are bearish. And not only would it be a failed bullish pattern, but we would probably also spike through the bottom band here. Now, I would still look for some counter trend opportunities, probably at 61. It could break through, bounce back up. The lowest would be 46, which would just be the straight back test of the August consolidation. But as long as that's breaking through, I'd probably be looking to sell bounces. If it fails, we could head all the way down to this lower white channel here in the 2890 area. So that's what I'm looking for this week. Still bullish, no confirmation yet that we need to get bearish. I need evidence before I do anything, right? So like if we're still trending up, we haven't broken any key pivots, we haven't shown any significant unusual downside momentum. So I don't have anything yet to tell me, hey, I need to be looking short. So as long as that's happening, I'm still looking to buy dips, basically. So we'll see what plays out next week. News has been fairly constructive over the weekend, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of bounce here, maybe back above 3,000. But this is the area that I'd be looking long. These are the areas that I'd be looking long, and we'll see what happens. This week will be pretty important here because we have a bullish setup in place. So, it's kind of make or break when you have a setup like this. It's got to either move or it's going to break down, and we're going to be heading quite a bit lower. So we'll see how things play out.